and I can see the blue of my veins that begin at the most private parts of my wrist, weaving angular and soft, blue on brown, before fading sweetly into my elbow, something so full of life, but not flesh. I am not flesh. This is the first time I learned to hate my skin, my color, and myself. And for the rest of the week, I wore long sleeves, but this is hard. 5-year-olds really don't like long sleeves. Okay, the second one is called Her Eyes. The first time I ever felt beautiful was when I was 9 years old. My mother told my aunt that I had sexy eyes. Sexy. That was the word they used in the movies when they spoke of the girl in fishnet tights and pounds of makeup pounding her features into what they like to call conventional beauty. I was 9 when I stopped being proud of how loud I am and started hating the sound of my voice. I was 9 when I asked my mother to use her straightener because the sexy girl never had 3C curls. I was 9 when I lost faith in my convictions because the sexy girl knew how to keep her mouth shut. I was 9 when I stopped playing basketball during recess because the only fishnets allowed on the court are the ones attached to the hoop. I was 9 the first time I let that boy beat me in tetherball. I had overheard them say that it was stupid that the tetherball champion was a girl, and hey, I bet she's actually a boy. I bet she's got a wiener in her pants and she stands up when she pees. Now, I yell every chance I get. I don't even remember where that hair straightener is, and this morning I spent 2.5 hours arguing for women's rights with 3 different men. I felt conviction gush and bleed from my tongue, and I licked my lips in satisfaction. For she is living while asleep, and her laughter echoes off the edge of the world as her spirit plunges into a salted Eden. I no longer bend, nor will I break. And guess what? I am still sexy. This third one is called The Jester. There's not one hair of logic found in matters of a long-lost heart. By ring of thorns my soul is crowned. With songs of woe and mournful sound, the roses play their desperate part. There's not one hair of logic found. No more the queen of love renowned, I am the jester, and so depart, with ring of thorns my soul now crowned. A fool I am, a chaplain clown, to think that we would never part. There's not one hair of logic found. And so I don my dirty gown and sing adieu to you, sweetheart, who bathe sweet thorns upon my brow. And life goes on, and life goes on, but every step is hotly marked. In matters of a long-lost heart, there's not one hair of logic found. By heartbreak's thorns, my soul is crowned. This next one is called Civility. When you tell me I speak well, I wonder what the as opposed to is that you keep in silence, but I can smell it on the tip of your forked tongue. When I tell you I graduated from William & Mary, sometimes you need to ask me to repeat myself because you never got past the term graduated. You tell me that I am quiet, that I am well-behaved and civil. I have manner. I was 7 years old when you said this, and you confused me because I thought every kid was raised to be behaved and civil and mannered, but you only complimented Emily on her sparkly nail polish, and not that she said please and thank you. As if you like me, but you don't like the millions of pinpricks of melanin that send forth the signal of inferiority in your mind. As if the only way that you can rationalize to yourself that you can be my friend is if you twist and turn and shove me into as many white check boxes as you possibly can, so you can ship me to the front of the bus because my shade merits me a seat in the back. You are offended when I ask you not to touch my hair, but if I said a man grabbed my ass, you would rush to sympathize. So why is my harassment only valid when it can be shared from the same silver platter as white people? Okay, this next one is called Bizarre Hell's Dreamscape. It came to me as one might dream, 1 second empty, 1 second full, and in my hollow life's bloodstream ran sanguine honey, ran brazen bull. 1 second empty, 1 second full, the static chair has made its claim. Ran sanguine honey like brazen bull, his eyes have set my veins aflame. The static chair has made its claim as lightning strikes upon my brow. Her eyes have set my veins aflame, and Venus sighs as fates allow. As lightning strikes upon my brow, I dream of only you, I swear. Dear Venus sighs while fates allow, this love is more than I can bear. I dream of you and I swear, upon the ground beneath my feet. This love much more than I can bear, this man, a stranger on the street. Upon the earth beneath my feet, I lay my love for you to barter. For him, a stranger on the street, must I become love's tortured martyr? I lay my love for you to barter, as Eros stakes his cruel regime. Yes, I become love's tortured martyr, as I woke loveless, sleepless from my dream. This next one is called A Road Not Traveled. To all the two-sided people in my life, you are as slippery and slidey as black ice, but I refuse to let you think you are anywhere near as special as my black. There is a fire raging beneath my black, and my melanin is on fire. To all the two-sided people in my life, there's a thing called peripheral vision. Maybe if you stopped looking straight ahead of you, you might see all the colors of the rainbow. To all the two-sided people in my life, we do not see eye to eye. I am sorry my third eye got in the way. To all the two-sided people in my life, Robert Frost failed to mention the third road in that yellow wood. It was right behind him the entire time. He was just too afraid to stop looking straight. To all the two-sided people in my life, if you would rather the open fragility of a solid straight line, you're welcome to it, but don't come crying to me when you accidentally fall off the edge. There's two more left. So this one is called Whispers from the Flower Garden. This first part is called Persimmon. Urban street jungles alive with the stomping of capitalist wet dreams and tall tolling church bells on every street corner, reminding you to pay your taxes and your tithes, or it's a slammer for you. Extend a gentle no thank you and write the last line of your will. Bury me amid nature's beauties upon the battle-worn hill. Part 2, Polyanthus crimson. Speaker speaks in tongues my ears have yearned for, in a language quietly understood, in mother tongue syntax that has found her prodigal daughter. How to know yourself before to know another, the heart's mystery finally found, a love for self before the other. Part 3, Peach Blossom. The great wars waged on Earth's mauled back are nothing, nothing compared to the battles fought against myself. Or is it reason fighting sister madness, chanting to me the self-realized mantras as I lay drunk in death and reveling in rapture, languishing in a pool of my own satin blood. You have no chains about me, but still I am your captive, a chattel for your heart's desire upon my ship, my captain. This last one is called The Resurrection of Venus. I am from the heat of the universe. From her own writhing veins, I wrenched my bloody body out and into a boiling stockpot of the odd ends of humanity. Parts unwanted, parts wrong and soiled, I am a written translation of the beat of worn loafers and worn-out heels that they call a Congo line. I am not for here nor there. I am the goddess of the dust bowl men cried their first rusted tears over. But remember, I am from a place that was there when there became. I am from the beginning of time. I have traveled along the boiling slopes of past eternity to bring myself to this growing body, to these growing pains they call living. I am from the arterial skyline of picking daisies if only to happily watch them die from my seat at the head of the table. I am from facing the sky and staring the sun straight in the eye, the only fury hotter than mine. I am from picking at scabs until they burn and bleed and mend themselves, but only if I will.